Hello, Princess, and good morning. Good earlier than usual morning from Disney's Hollywood Studios. Got lucky this morning. I was up, of course, and I remembered to try and get a pass, or a boarding pass, for Rise of the Rebellion. And I got one, but it was, as seems to be my fate, an early boarding pass, Group 10, and that means it is one of the first to be called. And since I'm really never at the park that early, I figured I'd have to skip it because, well, this morning, I had things to do, wanted to have breakfast, work out, then come to the park. Fortunately, or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, but, well, because it benefited me, fortunately, they were delayed this morning, so my boarding pass was called just as I was entering the park, a little bit after 10. And I'm going to go and do that now because it is in my window, and then I will have the rest of the day to not worry about the boarding pass nonsense. So first up is Rise of the Rebellion. But more important than Rise, a photo pass stop I haven't seen before, or maybe just hasn't been open when I'm here. It is morning and the lighting is very good for this. All right, yes, priorities, picture time. Well, this morning I think we better relabel Rise of the Resistance Rise of Skywalker, because she has crashed and burned twice, disappointing innumerable guests. So I am just going to not wait around here because, fortunately, my boarding group is valid well past my boarding time. So I will now start thinking about lunch because it is getting that time, and I'm sure that will be a much more enjoyable experience than this. On the plus side, that means it's time to take more pictures. While there's no more stupid lines for the souk, there's still one problem. There it is, the popcorn stand is still not open. This is one of the few treats here in Tatooine that I have not tried, and I looking forward to it because I hear it's really, really good. Oh, clouds. Miscalculation, by the way. We'll deal with that in a little bit. I got my water at Ronto Roasters, and they're going with the big ones. Don't know if it's because this is all they had, or they're predicting a hot one today. It's only 85 degrees, but it feels pretty humid. I don't even notice it, but, well, anyway. It's going to take me a while to drink this, but still should. Rise of Skywalker is still not performing, so I think I'll do the next best thing, maybe even better thing, and make the queue for Star Tours. Only 35 minutes, so I am expecting less and an enjoyable ride. That was only 20 minutes. Line to gift shop. Fortunately, the first order is contextually sensitive. In honor of my orange bird outfit, I did get color orange today, so, at least they respect certain things. Just finished Rise of the Rebellion, and the cannons still aren't working. Toy Story Land is strangely uncrowded. I am on my way to Tower of Terror because it's only showing 35 minutes, and things have been going so well with this waiting in line thing, I figure I'll give it a try. Gonna delay lunch a little bit. I realized, well, I was gonna have a Ronto wrap, but they have new hot dogs over at Fairfax Fair. Maybe I will check those out. By the time I got there, Tower of Terror was up to 40 minutes, and it was exactly 40 minutes from line to gift shop. So, well, that was it. Anyway, I am on my way to Ronto Roasters to pick up lunch. I thought they had hot dogs over at Fairfax Fair, or is it Rosie's All-American? I don't know, whatever it is. But no, it's just a chili cheese hot dog. Yeah. If I ate something like that, I would probably be sick. So I will go back to plan A and get a Ronto wrap. Heading back into Galaxy's Edge for my Ronto wrap. And you know what? I did miss one thing. I think I mentioned this before on Adventure of the Seas, and that was just seeing a lot of the cast, the entertainment cast. Usually they're out and about. Because if they're not working, well, when they're working, they're on stage. So if they're not working, they are allowed to, go and interact with guests and enjoy, to a certain extent, the rest of the ship. But this time, no, they were sequestered away, unfortunately, and I don't know. I missed it afterwards. Anyway, so when we all start cruising together, just want to talk a little bit about, the different types of crew and whether or not it's okay to talk to them or take pictures with them or anything like that. I mean, showing you all of this, I've been in these circumstances before, and it helps just to know what to expect, I guess. And I guess let's start by, I'll tell you, there's basically 3 different departments on a ship like that. There's marine, there's hotel, and then entertainment. I mean, they could be organized differently on different lines, but generally that's how it goes. And let's start with the first group, the easiest group, the marine staff. Thing is, they are there to run the boat, to literally make sure the boat is in working order and can sail safely to get us to our destination. If you see them out and about, they are on duty. They're not really allowed in guest areas, so not the ones you really want to be bothering. They're also not customer facing, so it would be a little bit weird just to try and strike up a conversation or take a picture with them. I don't really think many people do, but it is, I don't know, you just gotta like learn how to pick them out. Usually it's pretty obvious they're wearing a certain type of uniform, but yeah. Anyway, oh, there is one exception though, and that's the ones wearing shoulder boards or any kind of stripes. Those are management, and they are expected to be customer facing, so yeah, it's okay to talk to them maybe about issues on the ship or anything like that, but if you do see them, they are probably working, so maybe not have time for a life story. And yeah, either way, I would say that crew, you know, just let them do their job, let them run the boat, make sure everybody else has a nice, safe journey, and you know, we all get where we want to go. Okay, my order is probably going to be ready in about a minute, and I'm going to go get it right now because it's just right there. We've seen the Ronto wrap before, and it looks as delicious as ever, but it appears to be something new. This is a Trandoshan Ale. Did I get that right? Yeah, Trandoshan Ale. It is spiced wheat is the description, so this sounds very, very delicious. And wow, it's noisy here. The Ronto wrap was as delicious as always, but the highlight, well, not really, but it was really good, of the meal was that Trandoshan Ale. Really, really good. A good flavored beer, and there is not a wasp, but some other winged creature attacking me, so I'm going to make this quick. Yes, very, very good. They actually pulled it off. Flavored beers are very difficult, especially citrus flavored, but I think it was described as a spiced ale. Yeah, I think it's new. I don't remember it before, and I think I would have remembered this, so definitely a recommend, the Trandoshan Ale. All right, I gotta get out of here. Maybe some dessert, otherwise I'm literally going to be eaten. Star Tours, Rise, Tower, a Ronto wrap. I think I have lived my Star Wars adventure for the day, and it is after 2 o'clock. We still have to deal with the silly park hopping opening time, but it's time to go to EPCOT. Yes, in an unusual twist, I am going to drive over to EPCOT, not take the Skyliner. 2 reasons. I don't anticipate being back at studios today, and unfortunately, the Skyliner is still subject to one of the last remaining bits of nonsense, so I think I'll just skip it. I also need to apply because the estimated cloud cover of the planet is less than forecast, so I need to take a little bit of extra precautions. It was nice and overcast this morning, but it's clearing up, although there is rain. I don't know, maybe it will, maybe it won't. Either way, just gonna drive over there, cool off a little bit, and then finally some rides at EPCOT. Oh, this is awesome. This is totally awesome. And hello from EPCOT. I bypassed Spaceship Earth, which only had a 10-minute wait because I'm expecting it not to be much more later, and I do want to swing by Freezed because the wait time was only 35 minutes, I think, usually less, and last time I rode it was an absolutely miserable experience because of all that stupid plexiglass. So I'm gonna ask if it's still there. I don't think so, and if not, let's go say howdy to Anna and Elsa and Olaf and Kristoff, of course. All right, so Harmonious is going to be 1 night only, and then these things go away? Well, I guess we can hope. I'm beginning to wonder who I pissed off. Freezed is down for technical difficulties the moment I arrive. A bit suspicious, don't you think? I stopped by a PhotoPass photographer over in Italy and did the whole suite there, and he asked me for my best diva pose. And I thought about it for a minute, had to go back, and I did Cruella, but then he informed me, I guess, that they are doing a Cruella magic shot here in the UK. So I now have to find it and take it. I tried this on PhotoPass Day like 3 years ago, but the line was so long that I didn't do it because lines. I think this might finally be the opportunity if I can find it. And this looks suspiciously. This looks suspiciously like it could be the one. Yes, indeed, that was the Cruella magic shot, and it's a multi-shot. I think 6 they took, and I guess, well, this is what they look like. Okay, super fun. It was not the one from a couple of years ago. Now that I remember, I think it was on PhotoPass Day, and Cruella was actually appearing. Never met her here at Walt Disney World, only at Disneyland. So I am a bit peckish, so I think I'm gonna go and try the Fruit Loops shake from Sunshine Griddle. I think that's what it's called. I'll show you when I get there. This is the Fruit Loop shake from Sunshine Griddle. I meant to get this last time I was here, now just catching up. It has been changing colors. People have been wondering about that. And I just learned, very simple, they are simply rotating through the colors of Fruit Loops. And I also learned the next color might be orange, which means I need to come back. Well, oh darn. The things I do to show you, Princess, but it's okay. I will do it just for you. That Fruit Loop shake is really darn good. I look forward to coming back and trying the orange version of it, although the flavor should be exactly the same because, as we know, all Fruit Loops do taste the same. Either way, very enjoyable, and I will get the orange one just because it's orange. This is actually a beverage that could very easily be made into a delicious cocktail, and have to figure out how to do that. Figure out what it would go best with. Don't want to, make any assumptions, so maybe I'll ponder that a little bit and try in the next couple of weeks. All right, I think it's time for a ride, maybe. I know Spaceship Earth is still 10 minutes as predicted. Test Track is still 50 minutes as it was before. We'll see. Freezed is back up, but 70 minutes. Maybe I won't wait for that. Either way, we'll figure it out, but I don't know, maybe we'll talk about the next thing first. Journey into Imagination shows 20 minutes. Don't think so. So I'm gonna go ahead and give a ride, see Figment. But before we do, let's just talk real quick about the second group, and that's the hotel staff. This is like the broadest category of them all. I mean, there are some completely back of the house departments that we may never ever see. I rarely ever see. And it can be weird, I think, to try and talk to them or take pictures. Yeah, like the laundry crew, I don't know, they're unfortunately they're the ones, they're way down below and they probably never see guests, but yeah, so that would be a little bit weird. The rest of them, because they are customer facing, they're always willing to chat and whatever, during your stay with them about what's going on. Always ask the servers about the food and everything, about how they're doing, and since they're from all sorts of different places, they're very often happy to talk about their home countries and everything like that. That's fine. And a lot of them are willing to take pictures with you, some of them more so than others. I would always ask, because maybe some of them do want to have a little bit of privacy, and especially ask if you want to do post it. Yeah, especially ask if you do want to post it, to any, anything online. Maybe they don't want that. Maybe take a picture with you, that's fine. Have it out on Gab, maybe not so much. That's why you gotta ask. So I wouldn't worry about it too much, as long as you just, get a feel for what they're okay with. The one odd exception, though, is the culinary team, and the chefs are always willing to talk. They just all the time. And the crew, like at the buffet especially, I walk through with the camera, and they're literally jumping into frame to say hi, asking me to try things and everything. And, if you're walking by, taking pictures and video, I expect they know that this might go online, so they're okay with that. That's one case where I really wouldn't ask, because they're so, energetic about it. That's a great way to put it. And so in those cases, if you've seen them in any of the videos, it's because, well, they're in the frame because they want to be. And, basically for this crew, just ask. A lot of them are happy to do so. I've only had one bartender that did not want to be filmed. So that's fine. I didn't. I was just recording how drinks are made and everything like that. And just he was like, no, I'd rather not. Totally fine. Others, if you ask, they'll put on a whole show, and they're happy to have it go online. One bartender though did the whole show, but he's like, look, I just don't want to say anything. Okay, no problem at all. That's why it's good to ask. But just talking to these people, finding out about where they're from, and how they like life aboard the ship, and maybe about their families and everything like that. It's something that just makes the cruise a lot more personal and enjoyable for everybody. And something that, for the most part, actually happened on Adventure of the Seas. I mean, they can't hide the waiters or anything like that. So that actually worked out very, very well. I know you saw one video. Let's just say a delivery was made perfectly in frame, and I appreciate that. Good on him. Anyway, I'm gonna go say hi to Figment now, and then probably Soren, because that's showing only 20 minutes. Our favorite friend Figment seems to be pretty popular today. The line is actually backed up all the way to the door, so if I'm gonna wait 20 minutes, I'm gonna go wait 30 minutes for Soren and come back when he's not so busy. And of course, since I'm there, we are going to ride Listen to the Land. And did I just never notice that these planters are, well, not free floating, but they are floating, moving around a little bit. They're not actually built into the bed of the pond. Huh. Learn something, notice something new every day. After a less than 45-minute wait on Soren, I am going to, I guess, do the round of dark rides, starting with Journey into Imagination, then Finding Nemo, then Spaceship Earth, then head over to Test Track. Looking good over there, so I probably will make the wait. And after that, I will decide on whether or not to head back to Freezed. We'll see. There's still time. It's still early, and it's a beautiful, beautiful day. A nice, restful break. Looks like I'm running out of energy, so maybe I'll just wrap up a little bit quicker. Maybe I'll stay, maybe I won't. Anyway, the last group, and the ones that are always a pleasure to talk with and take pictures with, are the entertainment. And this is, like I said, everybody from the cruise director staff to the production cast to the guest entertainers, and they're the ones you really don't have to worry about. They're very frequently around, always willing to chat, always happy to chat, and because they are in entertainment, yeah, taking pictures, videos, and all that has always been perfectly fine. In fact, don't hate to say, but I'll say, I rarely even ask. Well, I ask to take a picture, but I usually don't bother asking if it's going to be posted or if they mind it being posted, because it's kind of the expectation for them. And, oh, actually, the entertainers want you to post it, especially the guest entertainers. Yeah, so if you do mention you are going to, post it somewhere, they'll give you their hashtags and account names and everything like that, because they want the exposure. But that's what I missed on this sailing. And I did see one guest entertainer in the Windjammer. We had an interesting conversation about some of the material that he did, and if there was anything that I would find enjoyable. Turns out there wasn't. I know, I found it horribly discriminatory, and I don't know, I was just very devastated and hurt. But anyway, I got over it in about a minute, so that was totally fine. And yeah, had a great cruise. A great performer, by the way. Anyway, so yeah, the entertainers, absolutely, if you see them about, walk up, chat, talk. The guest entertainers, they're always happy to tell you about, what life is like, doing what they do, working on the cruise ships, or other performances they're giving. Frequently, they'll give you a little card, so you can, well, if you do intend to post pictures with them, all their information is right there. And remember, they actually want you to do it. So hopefully by the time I get back on the water in a few weeks, things will be loosened up, and they will be out and about with the guests as they normally are, as they should be. They really should be, and something to look forward to. All right, okay, now it's time for the Seas with Nemo. I think after this, maybe we will have to say goodbye, because yeah, I don't want to. Well, I do need a little bit of energy just in case I want to buy something. And that's it. A fun-filled day at Disney's Hollywood Studios and here at EPCOT. And things didn't go exactly to plan. I did have to wait a couple hours to ride Rise of the Rebellion, and when I went to ride Freezed, it had, well, broken down. But you know what? That's okay. It happens, and that is also why I am thankful for my problems.